Shalom, Yasharala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone and taught us his truth, never will. And salutation and much love for your Akim pushing his truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here article real fast, which is, these are the times that we're living in, you know. We've been telling these women about these days that's coming to pass. And they wanted to laugh, they wanted to scoff, they wanted to do all these different things. But the proof is in the pudding. All right. And as we coming into these days, things are getting harder and harder and harder. All this so-called freedom and liberties and all these, so-called enjoyable times they had just running amok and everything is about to come to an end. So it says U.S. faces new crisis after baby formula shortage. And see right now, Most High starting to judge a lot of these women out here slowly but surely, man. All right, they're getting in the straits because look, when the pandemic kind of shut down, all right, a lot of these women that was running around, jumping from house to house, rod to rod, guess what? They were stuck at home. All right, and guess what? A lot of them found out. The ones that said they ain't need no man, they got real lonely and shit like that. And dog prices shot up and everything else like that. Because they was at home alone for the longest time. All right. A lot of them wound up losing their jobs and everything else like that, had to resort to OnlyFans, which that was a good little boost for a moment. But then when the guys' money started drying up and everything else like that, and their little sugar daddies had to, couldn't afford rent, couldn't afford to pay them as well on the side, that money started drying up. All right. Then they got hit with this, baby formula shortage for a lot of these new mothers and things like that. All right, which is crazy because, with this new modern generation of modern women, they don't know nothing. If they can't Google it, they don't know nothing. They over here Googling how to damn feed a baby without no baby formula. And like, y'all don't realize y'all got breasts. Y'all don't realize that y'all, you lactating already. But hey, this is the society that we living in. And now we coming into this new one. It says U.S. faces new crisis after baby formula shortage. A successful ad campaign has been named as one of the causes behind the national tampon deficit. The U.S. has experienced a severe deficit of tampons, with an extremely successful ad campaign being cited as one of the factors contributing to the shortage, Time magazine revealed earlier this week. So, hey, man, it's about to get real tough out there. And we've been telling you for a long time, man. Hey, when Jacob's trouble hit out here, man, all right, these women, they're not going to have all these, not just the women, men and women, but, women obviously is dealing with this, menstruation and things like that, man, and their hygienic products and everything else like that, It's one thing for a man not to have to shower for a week or something else like that. Yeah, you might just smell a little bit, might be sweaty and everything else like that. But hey, man, you got women that have their natural menstruation process and everything else like that. Imagine, not being able to shower and, you menstruating and everything else like that. Not to mention not having tampons or something like that in that point in time, man. It's going to get real rough, man. A lot of these women in these last days got to, live at the highest points of their so-called lives, get all these fake faces, fake bodies, fake this, fake that, and so-called look like Barbie dolls. They all look like manufactured Barbie dolls, but guess what? They all about to be humble. There's one of these little chicks that I seen a mugshot of recently. She was one of these little Instagram model type chicks that was sleeping with all the celebrities and all the rappers and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. But then you see her mugshot comparably to what she was looking like. Man, she looked rough. She looked like she all on meth and everything, and all it is all that makeup and all that weave and all that stuff is stripped up off of her and everything. She just looked bad out there, man. All right, but let's continue on. It says, where are we at? It says, in 2020, the popular comedian and actress Amy Schumer was hired by Procter & Gamble as the face of Tampax, the most popular tampon brand in the U.S. In the ad campaign, Schumer played the role of a helpful tampon. It's lucky. In the ad campaign, Schumer played the role of a helpful tampon supplier who appeared in toilets and saved women from getting into trouble by supplying them with Tampax. Since then, retail sale growth has exploded, the company spokeswoman Sherry McCaster told Time. Demand for Tampax is up 7.7% over the past 2 years, which prompted the manufacturers to run its plant in Auburn, Maine 24/7. However, the research conducted by Time, Alina Samuels, revealed a successful advertising campaign is not the only cause of tampon shortages, which have been well documented by social media users. Twitter, Reddit, and other social media are flooded with photos of empty shelves where some of the most needed hygienic products were supposed to be. This isn't as bad as the toilet paper shortage of spring 2020, but it's not great. Dana Marlowe, the founder of I Support the Girls charity, which provide homeless people with bras and menstrual hygiene assistance, wrote on Twitter. The shortage first became clear during the pandemic when people were stocking up on essentials. Later on, according to Time, another problem compounded matters: a raw material shortage. As demands for face coverings and other medical supplies were growing, the demand for raw cotton and rayon was also on the rise. As a result, tampon manufacturers have struggled in sourcing these materials. The fact that the price of cotton was rising fast in April was 71% higher than the previous year, further aggravated the problem. Rising cost of transportation has made delivery of the products to the U.S. more expensive. The CEO of the startup, the Organic Project, Dime Sullivan, told Time that the cost of getting tampons to the U.S. is up 300% from last year. So, hey, not only are you feeling the grocery store rise in prices, on food, also on gas, housing, menstrual products, baby formula shortage and things like this, man. Hey, it's getting hard out here for a lot of these women. All right. Hey, for men, it's hard out here for men as well, too. But, as a man, you already know, man, don't nobody give a damn about your ass, man. You've been having to get it out the mud from day one. All right. As a man, if you out here broke, you ain't got no job, you homeless, they just be like, bro, you better go figure some shit out. If a woman out here and she broke, guess what? You got governmental assistance. You have all these programs, women's shelters. You have, again, governmental assistance, food stamps, Section 8 housing, all these different things, all these different programs for women and things like that. But now, you have all these things compounded on these women and things like that right about now where, things is about to get real rough, man. Not to mention, let's just say that there's, a shortage on how you call what they call these depression medicines and things like that, because a lot of these women take these antidepressants and all these different medicines and everything else like that, and let there be a shortage on these things as well too, man. These women are about to start losing their shit out here, man. All right, they ain't gonna know what to do because what? They don't have faith out here, man. All right, because they can just always go, they've never really been in a position to have to grow and mold faith. Think about your journey in this here truth, man. When you go without, all right, when you at the low of the low, like the scripture say, prepare thy soul for temptation, but roughly paraphrasing, when you're changed to a lower estate, don't take it all rough and everything else like that. Hey, be happy, when thou art changed to a lower estate, because look, ultimately that's when your faith is being tested. That's when you're actually growing in faith. But women, they don't really have to go through things. If they lose their job today, all they got to do is, go talk to a couple dudes, and then all their bills are still getting paid. They go call up Ray. My landlord tripping. He didn't put me out, or so-and-so didn't pay my rent this month. Oh, girl, you can come stay with me. They ain't really got to go through nothing, man. But what, a man is in that same position and predicament. What he had to do, he had to, pray, have faith, and, hey, he had to try to figure something out, man. All right. But these women, they about to start cracking, man. They already cracking under the situations. Look, if they was already mad and upset and cracking from just having to stay at home during the pandemic and things like that, how much more when they can't get these essentials, whether it be groceries, they can't afford gas, they can't, just think about it, man. A lot of these women, we talk about OnlyFans, but, when you put 100 women together, the majority of them women ain't on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? They're not even really suitable. I ain't gonna say they ain't even suitable for OnlyFans, because some of these bitches actually, not to say that they in shape or nothing like that. I was gonna say some of them still on OnlyFans and people probably still paying for them. But anyway, these things ain't looking so good for them. All right. So it says, in addition to all the listed problems, manufacturers are also struggling with staff shortages amid the rising demand for its products. As tampons are considered to be medical devices, they are subject to strict control regulations, and therefore companies can't just put anybody on the assembly line. So production lag demand, the author of the research explained. Increased demand, staffing shortage, raw material shortages, none of these factors are unique to tampons, yet what makes the tampon shortage so persistent and problematic is that, unlike most other items that the supply chain has made so hard to access, tampons are not something women can just stop buying until supplies return. So, man, it's a grim future out there for you women. All right. Tampons are not the only scarce product that in the U.S. Last month, New York authorities were forced to declare a state of emergency over a shortage of baby formula. The deficit of the vital important products was triggered by the February shutdown of the Michigan plant operated by Abbott Laboratories over contamination concerns. The facility, which accounts for roughly 40% of the formula in the U.S. market, recalled some of its products and shut down a manufacturing plant after 4 babies who had been fed the formula made it. The facility contracted a rare bacterial infection. 2 of them later died. So, hey, man, like I said, it's getting rough out here for you women, man. All right, and these things was all prophesied because, hey, man, look what these women, been doing for the longest time. Look what these women have been putting men through for the longest time, man. And, just think about it. Hey, things have all been prophesied, man. Whether we as the men of the Lord, we give you the 100% truth according to the Bible, but then you also have other people that are telling you truth in certain sectors and things like that. Let's say, for instance, you have economic people like Edomites and shit like that. I can think of what guy, Jeremiah Babe, right? You can go check out his channel. He tell you about economics and things like that, and what's going on and everything else like that. Just because he's not a man of the Lord or a prophet, all right, telling you and going to the scriptures, don't mean that he ain't telling you the truth about how things is really going around with certain sectors, like i.e. his thing is economics. All right, now I wouldn't put it put the responsibility on him to tell you who you are according to the scriptures and to break down the law, statutes, commandments, and all these other things. But when it comes to economics, that's the guy to go to. You know what I'm saying? Or that is a guy to go to look at certain things like that. So now the same thing here, you just had Kevin Samuels who passed away, and one of his big things was telling women about, hey man, pop that inflation bubble that you got, you got this inflated ego about you. You basically like a god, and you can't be touching. Everybody should be bowing down to you because look, man, there's gonna come a point in time when you're gonna get your day, man. All right, you can be as fine as you want, have all the butt shots that you want, lip injections, and all your whole body done up. But guess what? You can't get these hygienic products and things like that. Then what you gonna be doing walking around here like, man? All right, when you can't afford groceries, when you can't afford, rent, when you can't afford gas, can't afford gas to go to work, can't get to work to pay your rent. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't want to leave the house because you can't change your menstrual products and things like that, man. All right, who the hell gonna pay for your bills, man? You think Ray and them still finna come pay your bills and things like that, man? You finna be hot and miserable up in the house. And then how much more on top of that when you post pictures every damn day of yourself, when then now all of a sudden you go quiet and things like that? That's gonna be killing you even worse, man. All right. Isaiah 32:9, it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. All right, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech." All right, and this is how a lot of these women have been living, man, up on a high horse where they can just look down and talk down on men. There's a viral video going around about this chick. I guess she was on a like some kind of dating show or something. Something was going on. Like, I don't know if they was trying to get hooked up or whatever was going on. But anyway, there was this dude who was like some type of nuclear scientist and everything else like that, going to college and everything else like that, and so on and so forth. And, a well decent rounded man. This, like, and I say that comparably to being some thugged out gangbanger trying to drop a mixtape type. You know what I'm saying? And this chick who she just thought that she was just had everything else like that, all of a sudden real quick, she getting all this backlash because she was like, nope, I'll pass up on him. But like, yo, y'all wouldn't know what a good man is, that can provide for you if he was right there in your face. And that was a great example of that. Now if homeboy came up there like, yeah, I'm about to drop my mixtape, got my goals in my mouth, I'm a dope boy, I sell dope on the side, I'm a scammer part-time and everything else like that, she would have jumped over hurdles with that. But because Jake was, read books and is going into, I guess, not saying you should be going into the service, but I guess going into the service to be a nuclear scientist or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he wasn't for her and everything. She pass on him. He a lame. He in the books and he in the reading and stuff. Hey, but see, these women have had this here time to be able to so-called get their pick of the litter, but what it really is doing to them is leaving them out here exposed, man. All right, they're looking over all the things, like if you give a kid choice of, go in the grocery store and pick out whatever you want to eat. Now, when a kid got all them damn options, what the hell you think the kid's going to go choose? They're going to run right over to the fruit roll-up aisle, the candy aisle, the Little Debbie snack cake, and they're going to stack up on that. They're going to pass all the fruits and all the vegetables and all the things that they need, all right, to sustain a healthy lifestyle. They're going to pass all of that, and they're going to go for what's so-called tastes good. Women are basically just big-ass children, man, and this is how they think, man. They're not going to think about what's rational for them, man. When men are younger, they start thinking about, yeah, I want the baddest bitch and this and that. But when they get a little bit older and they start getting resources, that's why you start seeing a lot of these men. You're like, why is he with her? Well, because she's not a liability. She's more of an asset to him. She's not finna just take him for all his money. In fact, she actually brings some value to this man's life, whereas she can help out with some of the things that he got going on. So eventually, a man, it's like you turn a man loose in the grocery store or an adult loose in the grocery store. Like, yeah, all this sweet food and the candy is all good and all, but that's gonna wind up rotting my teeth. That's gonna wind up, getting me sick. I don't need to be eating this all the damn day. I need to be drinking some water and getting some vegetables and some fruits and things like that, man. But hey, they've been living so long at ease, they ain't gonna know what to damn do, man. All right, Isaiah 32:8. Or 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech. Many days and years ye shall be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. All right, and that's where we at now. All right, you starting to see these empty storehouses, store shelves, and things like that. All right, to now to the point to where let me see. Um, I always do that. 2 Ezra 6:22, it says, and suddenly, um, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. And the springs and the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So um, just remember how it was just not too long ago with the toilet paper shortage, man. People was fighting over the toilet paper and things like that, man. All right, in the store trying to get that, trying to get masks. Think about what Black Friday looks like, man. All right, soon you finna have just a fight on aisle 6 or whatever aisle the tampons is on, where these women fighting over the last box of tampons. All right, they fighting over the last little thing of baby formula and things like that, man. All right, they love talking about how they single independent mothers don't need no man and everything else like that. Well, who gonna go up in the grocery store go get you some baby formula because you don't know how to breastfeed? Who gonna go up in the grocery store to go get you some tampons when everybody else over there fighting over it, man? And it ain't gonna be men on the, what I mean, some men might be going in there fighting for their wives and their daughters, stuff like that. But nevertheless, it's predominantly women that need that, or only women that need that. Like I said, some men may be going in there for their women or their daughters and things like that. But hey, this is something that these women have to go in there and face, man. All right, next you're gonna be seeing them on the damn towel aisle buying up all the damn towels and rags, man. Because why? They can't get to their different products. All right, so all these luxuries that these women get to live and have right about now is coming to an end. All right, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, and be troubled. Ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, gird sackcloth up upon your loins. So, hey, man, all these women that are so-called sitting up high, like I said, that one girl, what's her name? She was a chick who was wound up, I guess, getting caught or put Snoop Dogg out on blast for sleeping with him and almost had his wife divorce her, and also told Cardi B she was pregnant with Offset baby. But anyway, this little clout chasing little demon, right? You see her all online. She got the little lip injections, face injections, and everything else like that. Somebody put up a side-by-side photo of her when she out here in these streets. And matter of fact, and I think she locked up for something like just driving without a license type of thing. Like she didn't have a license, or her license was fucked up, and instead of getting her license fixed, she just was like, oh, I'm just better than that. I don't got to go do all this. I ain't got to abide by the rules. So now you in jail for not going to go get your license fixed? Like, what kind of, and you got the money to go, and you on like OnlyFans and shit like that. You got the money to go pay to get your license fixed, but you just choose not to. You dwelling carelessly, without any kind of cares, right? But then all of a sudden now you're getting locked up, and now your mugshot look like you a fitting character to play the Joker in the Batman movies, man. It look like you should be up in a damn Arkham Asylum, man. Like a straight villain over there, man. All right, once all the makeup and everything is all gone, you just looking sad. And a lot of these women finna be walking around looking like this, man. All right, getting you had the other lady who wound up pouring out the man's mother's ashes. The video that you probably seen wasn't the actual thing. That wasn't real, but there was an actual woman who did that. And after 2 years of getting away, riding up on that high horse, guess what? That judgment came for her ass, man. All right. It says, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines. All right. They're going to be up here upset. They're going to be big mad over the fact that they can't go to the store and go get tampons. Tampons is out of price, man. They can't go get this. They can't go get their so-called whole foods, their vegan food, all this expensive food no more and everything else like that, man. They've been living high for so long. Hey, they should have been investing that money, man, and living right for a while. But hey, now all these things are starting to come to an end for them. All right. Let me grab where's it at? Okay. Micah 7:10, it says, Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, Where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now she be trodden down as the mire in the streets. So, hey, from being so-called built up and living and sitting up on this here high horse and, being able to look down and just, basically shit on all kind of men. Oh, he ain't tall enough. Oh, he don't make enough money. He don't do this. He don't do that. Hey, man, they're going to be like the Most High said, hey, hold on. We'll close out with this. Isaiah 66:4. Oh, I'm going to bring out another precept. Matter of fact, let me read this real quick. Isaiah 66:4 says, I will also choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but did evil before my eyes and chose that where I delighted not. So, hey, man, all these women there, I did a video on this not too long ago about the woman that was on a train and the dude wound up snatching her up by her hair. All these women talking about something, they don't need no man, women in power, and this and that, women equal to a man. So he didn't even get super violent with her. He just grabbed her by the back of her hair. Some of these women, when they're in the bedroom with their man do the same thing with the same amount of force and everything else like this. But this was a random man. And what? She turned into a female. She turned into the littlest girl the world has ever seen. She was, help me. Back of her mind, I guarantee you, the one thing she had in her mind was, I need help. Well, she was saying she needed help, but she wasn't looking for help from them women. She was looking for a man's help. And guess what? The news kept running articles telling them, look at all these emasculated men. Where's all the real men at? Wait. Why is it all the men's fault when all these women wanted to be single and independent? They ain't need no man. Y'all was pushing and promoting that, but then when women get in trouble, it's a man's duty to go and save them when they didn't already threw the man all the way down the damn road and everything else like that, man. All right. This is find this precept real quick. Yeah. Proverbs 1:24 says, Because I have called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But you have said it not all my counsel now, and with none of my reproof. You know how many women have come across the men of the Lord, been with the men of the Lord and left the men of the Lord and things like that, or just come across the men of the Lord. Oh, y'all hating, y'all talking this, talking that, and just moving, walking down the street, see you walking down the block and just look the other way and everything else like that, laugh and scoff at you, do all kind of different wild things to you, This is because when I call you, you refuse, and I stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But you have said it not all my counsel and with none of my reproof. It says, I also will laugh at your calamities and I will mock when your fear cometh. All right. It says, when your fear cometh as a desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when the distress and anguish cometh upon you, it says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. It says, for they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. They shall eat of their own fruit. Salah. They shall eat of the fruit of their own ways and be filled with their own devices. So, hey, man, this is going to be like a lot of these women out here, man. They're going to be looking, I don't need no man, and, trying to get away from the men of the Lord and laughing and scoffing at the men of the Lord. When these things come down upon them, they're going to be, trying to, God help me, y'all pray for me and this and that. And, hey, man, but you far from the Most High. Because why? You not only have you, this is like us trying to disregard Yahweh or separate ourselves from Yahweh and still go to the Most High, man. Hey, man, you disregarded the men of the Lord, man. Who's going to bring you into the, to the Lord, man? Hey, we know that wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our time, but y'all don't even know about that, man. Y'all don't even know that, like the scripture say, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. All right, that they're going to need to be with a man of the Lord. But hey, they disregarded all these things, but now all the shit is coming down the pipeline, and guess what? You about to be covered in it all, man. All right, now it's not being so nice to be some of these so-called free, single, and independent women, man. All right, hey, and that Isaiah 4:1 is about to come into full effect, man. A lot of the wisest of these women, all right, about to start jumping shit. The wiser of the women already jumped shit when the pandemic started. They realized things was going up. But as the higher the grocery store prices, food go up, the higher the gas prices, gas prices go up, and the more and more of these feminine products and things like this, the things that women need go up and they can't afford these things. Hey, the higher chances of these women just walking up to you and hollering at you and asking you for your phone number is going to get, brothers. So, hey, don't when these things start happening, hey, this is the reason why, man. All right, because of the fact of the matter is, look, they realizing, hey, I can't make it out here on my own. I got to find a way to finesse. I got to sit here and pay for some of these things for me because I can't afford to live out here like this, man. It's getting hard out here for me. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation, much love for you. I can push this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.